Quick story. When I was a little kid, I had a bicep like this. It was always peaky like this. And there was an older black man in the YMCA by the name of Henry McGee. And my friends had just got done making fun of me for having what they called a deformed bicep. You know, they called me all these bad names and stuff. I ran home crying. And I found myself in the YMCA. And this guy owned a gym. It was like this. It was called Henry's Dinatorium. And I ended up in the YMCA, and he told me, and I'll never ever forget this as long as I live, this is the power of words. He said, there's nothing wrong with you. As a matter of fact, you could be a champion. You could be a champion bodybuilder one day. I was 14. So when I started to get known in the magazines, I reached out on the internet. This is when the internet first started coming around. I Googled that man's name, called a number that popped up. He answered.
Wow.
I said, you're not gonna remember me. My name's Clark Bartram. He said, I know exactly who you are.
Whoa.
Been following your career.
Man. We got the man, the myth himself in the house, Clark Bartram.
Yeah.
All right, now Clark, me and Clark been friends for a long time. We old school. 60 years old. I'm 64, I'll be 65 in a few months. So we're gonna put the old man, I get to put the old man through the paces this morning. And boy, oh boy, are we gonna have fun.
So I saw this video the other day. You put a young guy through it, and man, I think he wished he hadn't done it afterwards. So with respect to that, this is overload training. So I want to talk about, we have different training styles. Absolutely. I appreciate what you do. Full disclosure, I keep it so basic. I'm in and out of the gym in 20 minutes. And I was talking to someone yesterday. They said, I did the CT Fletcher 5-hour arm workout. I'm like, who in the hell is gonna curl for 5 hours?
Some crazy motherfucker.
So where do we start?
Okay, the particular routine we're gonna do today is called preach. Now I know you're a man of God, a man of faith, like I am. I'm a man of faith. You probably could tell by, you probably can't tell by me, but they can tell if you follow Clark, you know that for sure. He's a man of faith. So you're absolutely aware and know when this preacher's son, PK, tells you what preach is, you know what that means. So we're gonna do our curls like this. We're on a preacher bench, so it's only fitting that we do preacher curl. The only difference is you don't curl until I say preach.
Yes, sir.
So I'm the preacher, and you are the congregation.
Can we get some music, please? What weight do I need?
You know what? Let me go over here and put a weight on you, because you might get something too light. Let me fix you up right quick.
So lesson number one right now is when you're with someone who understands what they're doing, you just follow their lead. You be coachable. You do what you're told to do and push through. That's what I'm about to do.
Lesson number one. Now, I want you to grab that preacher bar. Now, when I say preach, you curl.
Yes, sir.
But see how you resting right down there on the bottom like that? That's where I wanted it right there. I don't want a full extension. I want to rest right there. Are you ready, Clark?
Yes, sir.
Preach! Ah, right there, right there. That's beautiful. I love it. Young man, do you see his fast twitch muscle? Look at him. Fibers just moving and shit. Preach! Oh my goodness, now that's a beautiful thing right there. And the congregation said, preach! 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 I ain't checked the stock market today. Or who's running in the fifth at Hialeah either. But I'm gonna check it while you do a little pause right there for preach! Preach! Come on, Clark. Preach! Preach! Ooh-wee! Get them biceps sizzling. Preach! Preach! Call that Mount Bicepius there. Come down through Tricep Trail and turn right to get to Mount Bicepius. Preach! 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 All right.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm into it now. Let's go!
Preach! Ooh, you know, I love shit like that. He said, keep going. Preach! 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 Kind of tight. No covered peaks or Mount Biceps. Preach! All the way down. Twisted. With all three heads of tricep trail. Preach! Like I have me an ambrosia chocolate caramel candy bar shake after this. Matter of fact, I might go get the motherfucker down while you preach! Preach! You got time to make me a shake tea? Preach! 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 Anybody check the forecast today? I think it's sunny outside with a slight chance of sprinkles. I want them sprinkles to come from your forehead, Clark. Preach! I want to see sweat dripping down. Preach! Else I ain't doing my job. Preach! 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 Woo, 60 years old and still kicking ass. Preach! I want to be just like you when I grow up, Clark. Preach! Preach! I was a little kid sitting in my daddy's church. And all I could think about, when the judge comes, damn, I wish he'd shut up so I could go home and watch cartoons. Preach! I want to see Deputy Dog in Tennessee tuxedo. Preach! And every time he said, I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Preach! I knew he was lying. Had another hour. Preach! 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 In the beginning, there was a young man who wanted some big ass arms. And they told me, preach! If you want some big ass biceps, preach! If you want the 21s, preach! The Mount Biceps, preach! You want some sleeve busters, preach! Walk down Compton Boulevard with the 22s, preach! 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 Amen. Little pump. Can the church say amen? So first of all, thank you.
Oh, thank
Number
you.
one, everybody needs somebody to push them. Everybody needs to get out of their comfort zone. Two different styles of training. Overload, which I never do, which my body now is
thanking me for. Maybe not during it. You wanted sweat, it's dripping down my back. It's on my upper lip. And because of the respect and because of my understanding of his knowledge of training, I went in. I trusted the process, man.
All in.
You know?
That was excellent, yeah.
So,
for somebody who doesn't do it, you kicked it in the ass.
no, I never do it. I do little curls and get a nice little pump. So I'm gonna feel this. But so you talked about ambrosia. How important would protein be after a workout like this?
Extremely. You know, I didn't think about it when I was young. I didn't care. I thought just throw it all in there and go to the gym and shape it up.
Right, yeah.
It didn't matter. I was a double cheeseburger king. So how I knew I had to have a lot of protein. So the difference is when I was a young man and an old man, a little bit wiser. So now I realize how important it is to get that good clean protein in there. Back then, cheeseburger was my go-to for my protein.
Yeah, we talked about Jerry Rogers the other day. And
oh yeah.
I always remember him just having Burger King leading up to a show. He would eat Burger King.
Yep.
And was shredded. But so you have a plant-based protein now. Mm-hmm. How important is having a plant-based as opposed to a whey-based protein?
Well, you know, the stigma against plant-based protein for many years was that it just tasted nasty. So people steered away from it. But ambrosia has solved the puzzle. It has one of the best tasting and best for you proteins on the market. Number one is number one for a reason. All people have to do is give it a try, and they'll see. I mean, so it's for everybody. It's for normal people. Whatever your diet is, it's good for you. But if you happen to be vegan, you can't beat it.
I think a lot of people have been knowing about ambrosia specifically because you kind of brought it to the consciousness of people with your situation. So we talk about the blessing in that. The amount of people you've introduced to plant-based protein that actually tastes good is huge, because I'll agree that sometimes you get these plant-based protein that tastes like crap, but ambrosia has solved the puzzle. Like you said, there's a flavor that I love that is like the peanut butter one is bomb.
Phenomenal. I mean, all of them are great. You know, because I'm partial to chocolate caramel candy bar. but they all are fantastic.
No, the caramel candy bar is bomb too, but there's another one I think that's lurking around somewhere. But anyway, you just have access to some of the greatest protein that your body can assimilate and use, because that's going to be important after this. I feel like I could do more now. I'm already recovered and inspired.
So. That. So what's your regular routine after the workout?
After I'm done talking trash in the gym when I leave to everybody? Yeah. So I go home, I make sure I'm hydrated, because doing a workout like this, I think people often overlook the hydration part of it.
Super important.
That's a lot of what's leaving our body. You said you wanted sweat. So I go home, I hydrate, I get a good protein, whether it's a shake or, typically I'll try and get my protein in food.
Absolutely.
First, but a protein supplement second. And then from there, I like to rest, man. I like to sit down and chill. I'll do something. A lot of people don't resonate with this, but I'll turn on the TV. I'll watch me some Dr. Phil, man.
I
or
Oprah. The hell out of that.
Right?
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
I think we live in a day and an age where people are so caught up in grinding, right? I'm grinding, and if we pretend for a second that we rest, we look about like a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's calling you a bitch.
They probably are, but through the safety of social media.
Exactly. Yeah, through the safety of social media. I make sure that I give this muscle enough time to rest.
Absolutely.
So I'm not trying to hit it the next day. I'll even avoid body parts like back, for example, that would hit this on a secondary function, because I want this to recover as much as possible, because I know that's all I would need to do. Mm-hmm. Like what we just did is enough.
Yeah.
Right? Because the ultimate goal is what? Get a pump.
Get a good pump, and you got one.
I can't even flex. So listen, man, don't ever underestimate your words and what you do. So this is coming from two old school guys.
Absolutely.
And I think that's often overlooked.
Thank goodness for Henry.
Yeah. Yep. Thank goodness for you too, man.